Hello, Scorpio, Sun Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So, Scorpio, today we're going to go over your overall energy as well as your person's overall energy. So, with all that being said, Scorpio, let's get started. For Scorpio, Sun Rising, and Venus, how does Scorpio currently view this relationship? All right, Scorpio, we do have the Empress for you. We also have the Five of Wands as well as the Five of Cups. Okay. All right, Scorpio, in regards to how you're currently viewing this relationship, kind of looks like there has been a lot of, fighting and arguing going on here between you and whoever it is that you currently find yourself romantically involved with. That Five of Cups energy coming out here, there is an overall energy of you essentially feeling like you're getting absolutely nowhere with this particular person that you currently find yourself connecting with. I'm also getting like an overall energy of defeat with you. You feel very defeated in this entire situation due to the fact that you feel like things are just getting absolutely nowhere between the two of you. I also feel like due to how things are currently at the moment between the two of you, I am definitely getting that you don't necessarily like it whatsoever, how things are currently at the moment between the two of you. This is not somebody that you like to experience tension and conflict with. This is just somebody that you want to like overall just be happy with, but the fact that there has been a lot of fighting, a lot of arguing, a whole lot of not seeing eye to eye, it is creating a level of, unhappiness within your life. It is creating a level of sadness in your life. And it is causing you to feel, like I said, just overall very, very defeated in this entire situation. I feel like all you want is for the two of you to be good, is for the two of you to be happy. And it's like every time you try to like get this relationship to a really good place between the two of you, something ends up happening, you know what I mean, between the two of you, creating a massive, setback here, I would say, within this dynamic that the two of you share with one another. It's like you feel like the both of you take like 20 steps forward with one another and like 50 steps backwards. I am definitely getting that because it's like something always happens. I keep getting that, like something always happens, something always happens, something always happens between you and this person that creates like the only setback within this dynamic here between the two of you. I feel like a lot of you are starting to essentially feel like this level of happiness and joy that you seek with this particular individual is just simply unobtainable, is basically what I'm getting off of your energy. And it is, like I said, just overall causing you to feel very defeated in this entire situation. It causes you to feel like, well, maybe I should just give up on the life I've always wanted with this person. Maybe I should just give up on, the idea of us being happy together, because every time I try to have the relationship I really want with this person and reach this level of happiness and joy that I truly want with this person, something always happens. Something always happens. That creates like a massive setback here. So yeah, I do feel like a big part of you wants to throw your hands up and just simply give up, but I feel like it's kind of hard for you to do that. When you are very much so attached to like this happily ever after, you know what I mean, that you want, with this person. So because you're very attached to like the life that you want with them, the type of relationship that you want with them, this level of happiness that you want with them, it just causes you to like keep fighting for what it is that you want, because you're very attached to what you want with this person. But I feel like every time you fight to get this relationship, back on track or where you want it to essentially be between the two of you, it's like something always ends up happening that, causes you to not want to continue to essentially fight. And it also causes you to feel like, well, maybe, just maybe, we're never going to be happy with one another. Maybe, just maybe, we're never going to have that healthy relationship that I want with them. I am definitely getting that strongly off of your overall energy. So even though you might find yourself in this like place right now where you want to throw your hands up and give up, I'm not saying that you're going to do that. Is it something that you're considering and doing? Yes. But because you're very attached to what you want with this person, you may not end up giving up. You may not, or you just might. Obviously, we're going to see how this all plays out on your end. But before we look into all of that, let's see how they're currently viewing the relationship with you. All right, so we do have the Page of Pentacles. We do have the Seven of Pentacles for them. How does this person currently view their relationship with Scorpio, Sun, Rising, and Venus? Okay. This to me kind of feels like an energy of them like distracting themselves like with other things like work, their business, they have one, their education. Yeah, this to me kind of feels like an energy of them just trying to kind of keep themselves extremely busy slash occupied with other things. I am definitely getting that it could just be their education. So this person could very well be a student. That's a possibility. Or, you know, this could definitely represent them focusing a lot of their time and energy towards, you know, their career, their business if they have one. I am definitely getting that. But at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Four of Swords. We also have the Ace of Wands. Look at that. With the Devil to the Ten of Swords, to the Ten of Cups, to the Five of Swords, to the Four of Cups. Okay. Don't get me wrong. This entire situation here between the two of you, it is weighing very heavily in the back of this person's mind. I am definitely getting that. You know, this person does tend to think about you and everything that's going on here between the two of you, you know, quite a bit. But I feel like they're just trying their hardest to not think about it or even focus on what's currently going on here between the two of you is basically what I'm gathering. You know, hence why they're shifting their focus onto like something else, like their career, their education, you know, their business if they have one. It just kind of looks like this person just doesn't want to like focus and or deal with the issues that they currently find themselves experiencing with you. I am definitely getting that. It's like, and it's like instead of them just kind of focusing on like the elephant in the room, they rather focus on, you know, other things is basically what I'm getting. Okay. How does this person currently feel? We have the Five of Pentacles. Okay. How does this person currently feel? We have the Ace of Pentacles. All right. How does this person currently feel? And then we also have the Four of Swords. It's as if this person feels like they have bigger fish to fry is basically what I'm getting. It's like, yeah, it's like this person feels like they have bigger fish to fry than what's going on here between the two of you. Is basically what I'm getting. In other words, there's other things that are going on in this person's life that are far more important to them than whatever the heck is going on here between the two of you is basically what I'm getting. Because I keep getting the whole, they have bigger fish to fry. I keep getting that off of them. So this person, you know, definitely feels like they have bigger fish to fry. They have more important things to focus on and or worry about is basically what I'm getting. And these are the things that they're choosing to focus on and or prioritize. Okay. How does Scorpio feel? You might be older than this person. I am definitely getting that. If not, you might just have more life experience than them, or you just may be more mature than them. How does Scorpio currently feel about their relationship? Ooh, Five of Swords. Okay. How does Scorpio currently feel about their relationship? Oh, man. How does Scorpio currently feel about their relationship? With that Judgment card coming out here, I feel like you're basically waiting on this person to come in and try to like fix or repair things here with you and make things right with you. And it kind of looks like they're not doing that is basically what I'm getting. They're not doing that. They're not gravitating towards you and trying to fix or repair things here with you. And I feel like that's really starting to kind of like aggravate you and piss you off. And it's also leading you to essentially think, believe, and feel like they just really don't care about you and what's currently going on here between the two of you is basically what I'm getting. I feel like you're trying your hardest to just kind of like keep your cool and not allow their actions and their behavior to like affect you and or even get the best of you. But to be honest, this whole you keeping your cool and keeping your calm, like it's hard. It's hard because all you want this person to do is, you know, acknowledge what's going on here between the two of you and how they made you feel and how things are just spiraling out of control here, you know, between the two of you. That's all you really want. You're not asking for like the stars and the fucking moons, you know what I mean? Like you're really not, like you're not asking for much, is basically what I'm gathering. So the fact that this person is not even bothering to try to fix or repair things here with you, it truly is pissing you off. I am definitely getting that. Like I said, you're trying to remain calm, cool, and collected and not allow this person and, you know, their actions and their behavior, you know, affect you and or get the, you know, best of you. But it is. It definitely is. But you're trying your hardest to, like I said, just remain grounded and just not allow this entire situation between the two of you to get the best of you. Okay. What actions will this person take towards Scorpio or moving forward? We have the Justice card. Okay. What actions will this person take towards Scorpio or moving forward? We also have the Ten of Cups. Okay. What actions will this person take towards Scorpio or moving forward? And then we also have the Four of Pentacles. Deep down inside, Scorpio, they will love nothing more for the two of you to fix or repair things here with one another, because this person does come off to me as somebody who doesn't want to lose you. However, they're not going to bother gravitating towards you to try to fix and repair things here with you. Like, this person's whole like MO is, well, you know, they know my number. They could call me if they want to fix and repair things here with me. They know my number. They could text me if they want to fix and repair things here with me and have a conversation with me. In other words, this person feels like if you really want to fix and repair things here with them, you know where to find them. You know where to find them, and you know how to get a hold of them. You know, and until then, though, it kind of looks like this person's just going to be pouring a lot of their time and a lot of their energy towards their education, their career, or their business if they have one, is basically what I'm getting. Okay, let's jump back over to you, my friend. What actions will Scorpio take towards this person and or moving forward? So we do have the Queen of Wands, okay? What actions will Scorpio take towards this person or moving forward? All right, we got the Fool. What actions will Scorpio take towards this person or moving forward? I feel like these are phases that you're going through. Now, keep in mind, all of my cards are in the upright, so just keep that in mind. But I'm pretty sure if my cards were in the upright as well as in the reverse, this feminine energy, this Queen of Wands energy, would have more than likely came now in the reverse, because I'm getting like a lot of anger off of you. It just kind of feels right, honestly, to take the Queen of Wands in the reverse. I'm getting like a lot of anger and a lot of frustration off of you. Again, it's that energy of, you know what? I'm not going to react. I'm not going to react. I'm not going to react. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let this go. I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to react. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let this go. I'm just going to let this go. I'm just going to let this go. I'm not going to let this bother me. I'm not going to let this bother me. I'm not going to let this bother me. And then boom, you snap with that Knight of Swords energy. I am definitely getting that you either already have snapped on them or you're about to, is basically what I'm getting. And I feel like the only reason why you did or you will is because now they're starting to kind of make you feel like they just really don't care. And that's just not something that you honestly appreciate coming from this person. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. We also have the Magician in the reverse. And then we also have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. I feel like you're under the impression, Scorpio, that they actually don't want to make things better between the two of you. I also feel like you're under the impression that they don't care, but I am definitely getting that it's like kind of like a variety of different things going on. You feel like they don't care about you. You feel like this relationship is not really important to them. And you also feel like this person really doesn't want to make things better here between the two of you, because if they did, why have they yet to put forth the effort towards trying to fix or repair things here, you know, with you, is basically what I'm gathering. So I do see you snapping on this person. I am definitely getting that. And I do see you pressing them. Like, well, if you really want things to get better between the two of us, why aren't you trying to fix things with me? Why aren't you trying to talk to me? Why aren't you trying to repair things here with me? Seems like, you know, seems like you're lying to me. You know, I am definitely getting that off of you and your energy. I am definitely getting that. Tell me more about this Knight of Swords energy. Got the Hierophant in the reverse, and then we also have the Three of Swords in the upright. Yeah. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, and then we also have the King of Wands in the upright, and then we also have the Emperor, and then we also have the Lovers, and then we have the Ten of Swords. So now that this energy came out here for this person, we're going to start to kind of see things like, from their perspective and why they didn't bother to try to fix or repair things here with you. Okay. So that way you have like a rough idea of what's going on, because I feel like things are starting to kind of lead, I would say, to like a really, really big misunderstanding here between the two of you. So with the Three of Swords to the Hierophant coming out here in the reverse, this to me feels like an energy of, I don't even know why I bother with you. I don't even know why I bother with you. Like, this is just not going to work. This is not going to work. You only feel this way because you don't see them taking action in your direction, trying to fix or repair things here with you. And that really hurts your feelings. You know what I mean? And it causes you to feel like, yo, this person doesn't fucking care. So why do I even bother, with this person? Now, let's jump to them and their energy and see things from their perspective, so that way it could clear some things up for you. It's not that they don't want to fix and repair things here with you. I get it, because they're not taking action in your direction. It's leading you to think and believe, look, they don't care about me. Like, they don't care about losing me. They don't care about this damn relationship. They don't care about how they made me feel. They just don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. It's not that they don't care. It's not that they don't care. They just don't know what the hell to do to fix and repair this. You see what I mean? Like, there's a difference. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been one thing if this person was harnessing the energy of they just don't give a shit, but I'm not getting that from them at all. And I can't sit here and agree with you and say, oh yeah, they don't care. They don't care, because they don't have the energy attached to them that's insinuating that they don't care. They have the energy of, I want to fix this, I just don't know how to fix this. You see what I mean? And this is kind of why they have yet to take action in your direction, because they don't know how to honestly fix this between the two of you, is basically what I'm getting. I'm also getting to that there's other things that are going on in this person's life that they're trying to essentially like resolve, is basically what I'm getting. So I don't know, maybe this person's kind of going through some like family stuff or like work related stuff, but there's something else that this person's going through that is another like worrying concern for them that they're trying to kind of like resolve. I am definitely getting that, and it's something that they feel truly does require their time, energy, and their attention, is basically what I'm getting. So that's kind of what I see them focusing on. And that's what I see this person focusing on, whether it be their time, whether it be their business, their career, their education. Like, there's something, or like possibly like a family member maybe, but I just kind of feel like there's something else going on in this person's life that is definitely concerning them, that they do feel requires a lot of their time, energy, and their attention. I am definitely getting that. So with that being said, this is kind of why they're choosing to kind of focus on whatever else this thing is that they have going on in their life that they do feel does require their time, energy, and their attention. I am definitely getting that. But when it comes down to you, it's like they just don't know how to fix this. They just don't know how to repair this. They just honestly don't. With that Ten of Swords coming out here in the reverse, they don't want this relationship between the two of you to come to an end. They don't want to essentially lose you, but they don't know how to fix this. They don't know how to make this right. With the Lovers coming out here in the reverse, there's a massive disconnect happening here between the two of you. But when I get the Lovers in the reverse, sometimes, I don't always look at this card in this manner, but sometimes I do. This just looks like two soulmates that feel very, very misunderstood here. You feel very misunderstood here. They feel very misunderstood here. You're having a difficult time getting your point across to them. They're having a difficult time getting their point across to you. Everybody feels misunderstood in this entire situation. And it could be because sometimes this happens, like when we experience like moments of adversity with our significant other and things get like, super heated. I do feel like the whole listening to understand kind of goes out the window because we're so hell bent on like trying to get our point across, to the point where we don't really care to know, let alone understand, where our significant other is coming from. And I feel like sometimes that may happen between the two of you, where you guys get into like a really big fight, a really big argument, and the whole like, let me listen to understand goes out the window on your end as well as on theirs, because at that point you guys are just listening to one another just to kind of like respond. You know what I mean? So I feel like maybe that's what's, possibly happening here between the two of you. But I just feel like this person just doesn't, I just feel like this person feels like You just don't understand, you know what I mean, where they're coming from. And I'm pretty sure you feel the exact same way, where you feel like your significant other just doesn't understand where you're coming from. Um, I feel like you guys are very focused also too on like the pain that you guys have caused one another, to the point where you guys don't see the you guys don't see the pain that y'all have for the most part inflicted upon one another, because you're very focused on the pain that they've inflicted upon you, and they're very focused on the pain that you've inflicted upon them. So it's kind of hard for them to acknowledge and focus on the pain that they've essentially inflicted upon you when they're so busy focusing on the pain that you've inflicted, upon them, vice versa, right? It's like you're very focused on the pain that they caused you, to the point where it is kind of hard for you to focus on the pain that you essentially caused them. And that's kind of what it takes to resolve this. This pain that they essentially caused you, is something that they need to address. It's something that they need to essentially correct and essentially fix, not you. That is not your problem, okay? That is their problem. The pain that they inflicted upon you, that is their damn job to fix it, repair it, and heal it. That is not your damn job, you know what I mean? Vice versa. The pain that you've inflicted upon them, and I'm just being very blunt, the pain that you've inflicted upon them, that is your job and your responsibility to essentially heal, fix, and repair, okay? And make sure that that becomes a thing of the past, to the point where you're not putting your significant other in this predicament, whatever this predicament is, ever again, vice versa. They need to make sure that they're not, putting you in this predicament ever again. But I feel like y'all are not doing that, because again, it's like y'all are very focused on, well, he put me through this, he put me through that, and she put me through this, and she put me through that, and that's all I want to think about, and that's all that I care about right now, and I didn't deserve this, and I didn't deserve that, you know what I mean? But it's like, again, it is not your job to focus on the pain and disappointment this person has essentially caused you. That is their job, to focus on that and fix and repair that within you and heal that within you. And just like it's their job to do all of those things, it's your job to do all of those things. And I promise you, once you stop focusing on the pain that they essentially caused you, and you start focusing on repairing the pain that you've essentially inflicted upon them, and they turn around and do the exact same thing, y'all are going to be good. I promise you, y'all are going to be good. Y'all are going to be great. There is a way to fix this. There is a way to repair this. You guys just have to go about it differently this time around, moving forward, because let's be honest. I think that all of these unresolved issues that you have with them and that they have with you continues to remain unresolved because y'all don't really know how to resolve it or go about it. And it's because of the way y'all have been going about it. It's just a matter of doing things differently. But I don't want you to think that they don't care, because I'm not getting that energy from them at all. I can't sit here and say, oh, they don't care. It may seem like they don't care. But just because something seems a specific way doesn't necessarily mean that that's like the case. You know what I mean? And in this case, it may seem like they don't care, but they do care. They just don't know what else to do to try to fix and repair this. And on top of that, it's like they feel very misunderstood anyways within this dynamic that they share with you. So it's like it's like they really don't know what to do. As much as they want to keep you in their life and fix and repair this and keep this going, it's like they don't know what to do. They just don't know what to do. And because they don't know what to do, they're not doing anything. You know what I mean? And that's why, like, this person is just choosing to just kind of like back off and just do something else with their time. Like focus on their education, focus on their career, focus on their business, if they have one, or whatever it is that they have going on within their own personal life, that requires their time, energy, and attention right now. So it could be like a family member going through it. It could be work, it could be their business, it could be their education, but this is kind of why they're choosing to kind of focus on something else, because they don't want to like obsess over everything that's currently going on between the two of you when they can't find a resolution to their problems with you. You got to understand, you're dealing with a masculine energy. Masculine energies are very big on resolving things and fixing things. This is just what they're known for, resolving things and fixing things. So when they find themselves in a predicament where they feel like they can't really resolve anything or fix anything or repair anything, they just typically tend to shift their focus onto something else that they think they can resolve, that they can essentially fix. You know what I mean? So for example, if they're going through a lot of things, financially, right? Well, that's something that I see this person focusing on. That's something that I see this person trying to resolve. That's something that I see this person trying to fix, because they know what they have to do to fix their financial situation. You know what I mean? So they're going to focus on what they can fix, what they can repair, and just kind of leave behind, what they honestly can't fix and or repair, which would basically be their relationship, with you and everything that's going on here between the two of you. But it's not that they don't care. They just don't know how to fix this, if that makes sense. Okay. So hopefully that kind of brings some clarity to you, because I really don't want you to think that they don't give a shit about you, because that's not the case. I understand it feels like they don't care, and it may seem like they don't care, but not everything is how it seems. You know what I mean? Not everything is how it seems. All right. So that's what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading.